Okay, we're going to be talking about the Games Control Mixer, the GCM100. This device has many functions. This particular video, we're going to look at mouse control. The GCM100, as standard, has 2 joystick inputs, 10 button inputs, and can be fitted with optional extras like, in this case, breath. Relays, and has a USB output where the GCM behaves like a joystick or in this case a mouse. When the GCM powers up, plug this USB in, you can see that we have 12 multicolor LEDs. These LEDs have various functions depending in what the GCM has been programmed to do. In this case, it will be mouse control. I'm actually going to use this GCM over here because it has the same features as this one, but in addition it has an optional output which extends the display, turns off the display locally, and sends the display up to this large display so we can see what's going on more easily for the sake of this demonstration. The joystick we're going to use is a Celtic Magic joystick. It's a little miniature lightweight joystick on a Celtic Magic generic mounting system, and this has its own pad, and I'm going to just pop it down here. There's 2 ways to control a mouse with GCM. One is with a joystick and 1 or 2 buttons, which I have this little standard lightweight button set up, and you can see that's actually advanced the slide. And the second method is if you're unable to use buttons, then just a joystick will work as well, and we'll get to that. So, the mouse cursor is here, and as you can see, I've got control, very fine control from the joystick. No surprise with that. You see from this diagram, the GCM uses input 1 for the button I've got connected here, which will allow me to scan many commands, or input 2, where is just for left click only. If you're able to use 2 buttons, it's quite nice to use both of them, but 1 will suffice. If the mouse is to be controlled just by a joystick and no buttons, then we plug the joystick into the right hand side, and then the GCM will automatically realize this for joystick use and change its method of operation. So if we go on a slide, we can see that if I press the scan button, this one, then I expect the LEDs to light in turn up to light blue. These lights are the various functions we might want with the mouse. The first one is click, the second one is double click, and then we've got click hold, this is all left clicks, then we've got scrolls, and then relays, because this particular GCM has relays, so we can control other assistive aids, right click, and then clear. So if I want to click, as we saw there, I shall press till the red light's on, and in this case it moves on to the next PowerPoint slide. So let's have a wee demonstration of this. So we come out of PowerPoint, and I'm going to move the cursor down to Explorer, which is a shortcut down there. I'm going to click, and now I'm going to move to select that page, again, click, and it's a Celtic Magic website. Now I want to scroll. Now if you remember, we have single click, double click, click hold, scroll. So to action scroll, I shall press the button till we get, and then I'll release, and that's the scroll mode on. And now the joystick becomes scroll mode. If you want to turn scroll off, you can either repeat that command, or alternatively, you can go to the end. And the last command clears anything. So if I want to minimize that window. We'll do something like that. Now if I want to move that window around, we would normally click hold, so we'll click hold, and now we have control to move around. If we're operating relays, then that's the white LED. Now this has got nothing to do with mouse control. It's going to switch to operating relays. If I go left, we get an indication we're working the relay 1, and if I go slightly right, relay 2. So that can be connected to other assistive aids, such as a possum. So now we're going to look at control without using buttons. So if I unplug the GCM completely, I shall move the joystick to the right hand side and reconnect. And now when it boots up, we'll get a rainbow display here that's a normal boot up sequence for the GCM. There we go. And now that indicates the joystick's been detected. And now we're in a mode that is appropriate for no button control. And the first thing you'll notice is we've got the 3 LEDs on the end changing from red to green, green to red. And these are 2 fundamental modes that we can operate the joystick in. Green is for moving the joystick around. And as you can see, it stays on green. Whilst I'm moving the joystick around, the color will stay on green. And if I stop moving things around, it counts down, and I'll go to red, then back to green, red, and back to green. Red is for all the clicking and stuff like that. And you can see from the diagram that up is a single click, left is a double click, right is a click hold, and down allows you to scan the commands that we saw last time. So if I just go down, wait for red, there we go. And if I had released the joystick on any of these LEDs, then we would have got the appropriate command, such as relay control. So let's just do that again. Now, as it's a joystick, I can go quite quickly through it because it's proportional to how far I'm moving the joystick. Okay, now we're in relay control, just like last time. We wait for green, and left will operate relay 1 with the red lights, and right will operate relay 2, again operating possum. If I want to cancel that mode, we wait for red, and the easiest way is to go to the end. Cancelled. Hope that makes sense. See you again.